of heat. So the objectives of the lessons are, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to define heat absorption as a process where an object gains heat energy and becomes hotter through radiation. Define heat reflection as a process where radiation is bounced off the surface of an object. Explain that dark surfaces absorb heat energy faster than light or shiny surfaces. And then shining surfaces are better reflectors of heat energy than dark.
And I don't like it. I hate this. I hate having to stitch you back together. Living in fear of turning on the news and somebody finding your body dead in the gutter.
Hello?
Watch Tobias murder my father.
Please, can you minimize the noise that side?
Jefferson, your father is dead. That's why nothing you can do is going to bring him back.
Thank you for checking in.
You have no idea what this does to me.
All of your classes with me are always so
Noise from your background, please.
It's too much.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Have a great Friday.
Noise from your background. Hello? Hello? Noise from your background. Noise from your background. Hello, sir. Hello, noise from your background. Noise from your background. Hello? I'm having noise from your background. I'm having noise from your background. Okay, so we have seen the objectives of the lesson. No, it's not okay. It's from the host, ne? All right. Okay, so we have seen the objectives that we intend to achieve by the end of the lesson. Okay, so let's look at the terminologies. So we shall be looking at radiant heat, which is energy that is transferred through radiation, and radiation itself, the heat or the transfer of heat energy by electromagnetic waves and electromagnetic waves. These are special waves that can transfer heat energy, and vacuum, empty spaces that has no particles. Then heat absorption, we will look at a process where an object gains heat energy and becomes hotter through radiation. We will also look at a process where radiation is bounced off the surface of an object as a result of the light or shiny properties of the surface. And this talks about what? Heat reflection. Now, the previous lesson we looked at radiation, and we said radiation is heat energy that is transferred through radiation. I mean, radiant heat is the heat energy that is transferred through radiation. Radiation is the transfer of heat energy by electromagnetic waves, which are special waves that can transfer heat energy. Radiation is different from conduction and convection because radiation does not need objects to be touching or particles to move. Radiation can transfer heat energy through a vacuum. Heat from the sun travels by radiation through the vacuum of empty space to the earth. Electromagnetic waves transfer heat energy to an object when the waves travels to the object. All hot objects take in and give off heat. This is called radiant heat. Now, let's look at today's lesson. We are going to look at what? Absorption and reflection of radiant heat. So point one, when an object becomes hot through radiation, we say the object has absorbed heat energy. When heat energy is absorbed, the radiation waves enter the object and heat it up. When heat energy is absorbed, the radiation waves enter the object and heat it up. Some surfaces absorb heat energy and some surfaces reflect heat energy. When heat energy is reflected, the radiation waves bounce off the surface of the what? Object. Dark surfaces into black absorb heat energy through faster than light surfaces. I repeat again, dark surfaces that is black absorb heat energy faster than light surfaces into brackets white. Dark surfaces heat up faster than light surfaces. And shiny surfaces are better reflectors of heat energy than dull surfaces. The shiny surface takes longer to heat up than dull surfaces. Radiation heat absorbs dark abdor- uh, radiation heat absorb heats up dark surfaces faster than it heats up shiny surfaces. Okay, so let's look at radiation here. So we are looking at this object. It's like we have got black dull surface and we have got silver shiny surface. So what happens? You see that when the radiation struck the surface of the earth, then because it's black or dull surface, this kind of energy, the radiation heat is absorbent. Then we look at what? Radiation. Radiation itself talks about what? Reflected, reflected radiation. When an object becomes hot through radiation, we say the object has absorbed heat energy. The hands on the poster are observing the heat energy that is being brought up, that has been absorbed by heat energy. Yes, let me see who is trying to send a message. Oh, I also watch. What were you watching? Okay, all right, let's go on. So with these two diagrams in mind, we will look well when an object becomes hotter through the okay. So when an object becomes hot through radiation, we say the object has absorbed heat energy. The hands on the poster are absorbing the heat energy that is being radiated by the fire. As a result, the hands will warm up. Therefore, we will use fire in the next winter to help us keep us warm. We can now feel the radiant heat energy of the fire over the distance. All right, let's go to what happens to a material that is black and another one that is white. Dark surfaces absorb heat energy faster than what? Light surfaces. White surfaces. hmm. So we are saying dark surfaces absorb heat energy faster than light surfaces. Dark surfaces will heat up faster than light surfaces. That is why we wear dark colored clothes in winter and light colored clothes in summer. A shining envelope, then let's see what is happening to it if you have an aluminum foil. The shining envelopes are better reflectors of heat energy than dull surfaces. Did you hear the sentence? Shiny surfaces are better reflectors of heat energy than dull surfaces. Dull surfaces are surfaces that are not shiny. Shiny surfaces will take longer to heat up than full surfaces or dark surfaces because the use of the radiation waves burns off the shiny surfaces. Silver cars have a shiny surface so that sometimes when I'm so we say in silver cars have a shiny surfaces so that they can reflect heat radiation and be can be cooled on hot days. I hope you guys understand this sentence. I repeat it again. Shiny surfaces will take longer to heat up than dull surfaces or dark surfaces because the radiation waves bounce off the shiny surface. Silver cars have a shiny surface so that they can reflect heat radiation and be cool on hot days. All right, let me see who is asking something. Okay, black lightning. All right, now let's continue. So let's look at materials that are insulators or otherwise. Why is a fabric good insulator? Why is fabric a good insulator? The woven fibers of the fabric trap in air between them. Air is a poor conductor of heat, and so it does slow heat loss through fabric. All right, so now we have these things there. Here are some different fabrics, and here is alone. Shiny fabric is not generally used to it's not to fabric is not generally used to keep our hot drinks warm. In fact, most takeaway cups are made from styrofoam. Styrofoam is a good insulator of heat. It is made from polystyrene, which has had air pumped in through it. These surfaces, this makes styrofoam extremely light, and the air pocket makes it a very good conductor. Okay, now let's go on. A very useful application of the use of insulating material is the cooler box. And the cooler box, mm, so let's look at the cooler box here. Cooler boxes are used to keep food cold. You need to put ice, okay, ice in your cooler box so that it becomes chilled. Okay, I hope you are observing the cooler boxes now. They keep food cold. You need to put ice blocks in it with food to do so. The cooler boxes is made from what thick layer of plastic. How does this help to keep the the, the contents cold inside? All right, now let's look at this. There are some houses, more especially in Greece, they are painted white. There is a reason why they paint them. Houses painted white in Greece to keep them cool in the hot summers. So you see, the more the houses are painted, then the more the light is reflected. Hence, in summer, it's not going to be that hot. Okay, now even back here in South Africa, we have our people, our local people building houses in a certain format. Now let's look at what the indigenous homes. The indigenous people of South Africa have many different ways of insinuating their homes. Here are some examples. So let's look at a thatched Zulu house, and then you notice that the did you notice that the houses do not have windows, or the windows are very small? The windows allow a lot of heat to escape a building, and the building and the building. So these designs rather leave loss out. The roofs are made from what? Ties. Some roofs can be made of what? Thatch. Others can be made of what? Tile. But here, the local ones, they use what? Poor conductor, which is the thatch. Okay, we know that most of the heat at home is lost through what? Roof, and so by and so on, by using an insulating material in the roof. It helps minimize it helps to minimize heat loss in the what? The heat in the hot weather. So as you can see, now we are going to I want you to ask questions, then we will look at assessment. If there is time, we will go to Kahoot. We will go to Kahoot. All right. I hope you are hearing. Send in your questions. We address it before we move on. All right. Should I presume that you don't have? Okay, let's check this out. Which car would be better, cooler to sit in, or a hot summer day, a black or a white one? And number two, give a reason. All right, I'm waiting for the answers. All right, so let's do examples. All right, I'm waiting. Okay, what would be a car? Okay. Mm. All right, keep on your answers coming. Let me see. Okay, that's good. A white car because the black. Mm. All right, that's nice. Most of your answers are nice. Let me see. Yes, Tiana, you wanna say something? Uh, so let's go on to number. So you see your answers are here. White car. Uh, number two, number one B, the black man following her hair. So let's go on. The black car has a darker surface and will absorb heat radiation faster than the white light. All right. Guys, if you have any question, let's go to the next, or else we move to Kahoot. Okay. All right. So we play that side and answer as well. Hmm. Are you fine there, or we should continue? Should we go to Kahoot? Okay. So let's look at the questions here. Let me see. Let's look at the summary of the lesson here. We're saying heat is transferred by what? Either conduction, convection, and radiation. In some cases, heat transfer is advantageous. For example, from a heater to the what? Air in a room. In other words, heat transfer needs to be minimized or prevented. Insulating materials are used to minimize heat loss or gain from the system. Now, in other words, heat transfer needs to be minimized or prevented. Some people sometimes use insulating materials to minimize what? Heat loss or heat gain. So we can also have metals that are good conductors of electricity. Okay, let's go on. Metals are good conductors of heat. Non-metals are good insulators of heat. Non-metals are used as insulating material. So we should take this. So if you look at the wooden ladder, you see that it's made of wood or plastic. Then when we look at uh, insulators, we also use at insulators to keep our homes warm in winter and cold in summer. This helps to conserve energy and electricity. So our indigenous South African make use of what? Insulating materials in their when it's winter like this, so that we can reduce the damage that winter can bring in terms of cold weather. Okay, so we have been looking at heat transfer, and then we are seeing heat can be transferred to a body from hot to cold place. And we saying we have got three ways: convection, conduction, and radiation. Okay, now we have come to the end of this lesson. We have to spray, and then we get used to. All right, we are going to look at Kahoot now. Mm, just a moment, just a moment. Kahoot, 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 Kahoot. So let me share. Mm, share. Guys, are you seeing my screen? Are you seeing my screen? Are you seeing my screen? Okay, that's great. So today, this is how we're going to do it. The old picture of everything. Okay, so okay, Okay, so let's wait and see to join soon. So you can join with that pin. Guys, you have to join. This is the pin. 8125 749. Okay, let's get going. Okay, I've only found Angela here. I can only find Angela. Let's wait for the rest to join. I have only one player in the person of Angelina. So you can join at www.kahoot.it. I can see only Angela. Yeah, Butler, you welcome. So is Angela too. Okay. All right, Malay. All right. See, I think we can start playing now so that the rest will join us. All right, your turn now. What is to? Okay, let's see. That's correct. Yeah, it's Pruche, followed by Angelina. So let's go to the next. Okay. Only one got the answer right. Let's go. Who is this person? Is Angelina. Yeah, let's get going. It's Jules. Let's see who got going. It's Angeli. All right, let's look at this. The next. Let's look at the checkboard, clock, and yeah, the clock is ticking. Be very careful. All right, let's see. We have got 100% here, 50-50. Let's look at the next. Let's look at the next. Yes. Let's look at the next. Convection heat is convection heat is heat carried by particles in convection heat is transferred when okay, let's check. Let's check. Heat is carried out by particles in current. Let's see. Tiana was the first person to get this one, and he's the only person who answered it. Yeah, survival blankets have a black inside. True or false? Let's go to the next. We have got two here. 3 people in all. All right. Let's check the scoreboard and go to the next. What is absorption? Is it the transfer of energy carried by light particles, bending of light rays? All right. Let's look at. So one person got this, another person got it wrong. So let's see. Angelina, that's right. Okay. Absorption is when something is okay, that's good. Yeah, Kinaya replaces somebody. Let's go. Let's go on. Yeah, so let's go on. Who is winning here? Let's go. On a sunny day, black cars get very hot because let's see, black surfaces absorb radiation fast. Yeah, this person correct. Okay, it's still Tiana, followed by Waspi Songbombi. Let's go to okay, so let's look at the next. The different ways heat is transferred are so let's just two. All right. Are you waiting? Let's see those who got. Yes, Angelina has taken the scoreboard. followed by Tiana and Butler. Let's get going. A black surface is better at absorbing heat than a white surface. This means that all right, cool. Let's see. The correct answer is number 1 from this side. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Mm, okay. Let's go on. So let's see. The correct answer is hot to cold. And then let's see. All right. So let's look at this one. True or false? Thermal energy is the same as heat energy. Yeah, one person got it right. Yeah, it's true. Let's go on. Yeah, I see Tiana who is still leading. Let's go to the next. The pin is 8125 749. Black objects that black object absorb. Okay, absorbs. Let's go to the next. So the correct answer is absorbs all colors of light. Tiana is still topping. Let's go on. Infrared radiation is not visible but can be felt as heat. Yeah, that's correct. So let's look at it. Tiana answered first, followed by Angelina. Let's go to the next, which is not a form of heat transferring. That's good. This one you're getting it right. Let's go see. Okay. It's Angelina and Fizz who got this. Let's go to 17. As heat is added to a substance, so what is the molecules move slower? The molecules move slower. The substance loses heat. Okay, the molecules move faster. Yeah, only one person got this. Let's carry on. Hmm. This one, Tiana got this only. Let's go. Who is going to top up this? Let's go. Rough surfaces will. Rough surfaces will focus light on one particular spot. Gather all the colors of the rainbow. Scatter light in one direction. Nothing at all. Okay. Fantastic. Very good. Let's go to the next. 19. White or light colors will. Okay, we reflect light and heat. That's fantastic. This one is only people who got it, or only one person. What are the three ways heat can be transferred? Hmm, okay, let's see. Angelina, people you try to take over from. Okay, let's see. Let's see who is there. And then let's see. Okay, black surfaces, last one. All right, black surfaces emit more heat. So let's see. Let's look at 3 out of 22. 1 out of yeah, that's nice. So we have come to the end of the lesson. I hope you did enjoy it. Okay, see you to next week and enjoy the rest of your day.